Boy pa.
Ano yung magaling lang?
Oke, makasih lo karena
Sa Rayman na website.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. To all customers of line AF223 bound for Paris, may I have your attention, please? We regret to inform you that the boarding will be delayed due to the late arrival of the aircraft. Boarding will commence as soon as the aircraft servicing and security.
destination de Paris, aéroport Roissy-Charles de Gaulle. Nous vous prions de ranger votre valise cabine dans les coffres. Seuls les accessoires et les bagages de petit format doivent être placés sous le siège devant vous. Les issues de secours doivent ainsi dégager. Il est interdit de fumer. La cigarette électronique n'est pas autorisée. Elle doit être éteinte et conservée sur vous. Merci. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Air France.
You speaking French or English? No, French. English. You were in the toilet. So, what would you like to eat tonight?
I have fish.
The fish, perfect. Thank you so much.
À l'attention de l'équipage, porte fermée. Pince aux portes. Armement de toboggan.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain, we've just started our descent towards Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport. Should be landing at 6:03 AM local time, so we're arriving at gate at about 6:10. It's pretty chilly in Paris this morning, so make yourselves warm. It's about 9 degrees Celsius with rain. Well, I hope you had a nice flight with us. I wish you a lovely stay in Paris, or a great ongoing journey should you be connecting. Thank you for choosing Air France, and I'll see you very soon. PNC début descente.
Airport. It is 8:06 AM local time. Arrival is located in Terminal 2 or E extension M for Mike. You may now deactivate flight mode. Please keep your seatbelt fastened until the illuminated.
Française navigante cosmique, dernier virage.